let's get to our next story. You know, the chairman of the conglomerate BUA Group, Alhaji Abdul Samad Rabiu, is full of praise for President Tinubu's foresight in introducing duty waiver for essential food items last year. The Kano-born industrialist was briefing State House correspondents on Thursday after a meeting with Mr. President. According to him, the intervention of the president has resulted in the crash of commodity prices. A bag of rice now sells for 60,000 from 100. Alhaji Samad has keyed into the policy in order to enhance it.
Yeah, it's
still in continuation of what we are saying.
Sure. Rice is I think I'm right to say that it's the most common household food in Nigeria. And once you increase the price of rice, every person, you know, both the rich and the poor.
To think that we have close to 30 varieties.
Yes, will be affected. So I was so worried when the price was going to 120 beyond and all that, and I never knew something could be done that would bring down the price so suddenly. So I think this is quite impressive. A bag of rice a few months ago was about 120,000 naira. Now you are talking about 60,000 naira. Yes. So I think it's quite impressive. And just initiative, you know, of the president by removal of import duties on certain items, wheat, rice, that are very essential. Yeah. And we have seen the impact, which I think is quite commendable. And you also know that one of the causes of the skyrocketing prices of foodstuff is people who had some of this, they had it and wait until when there's scarcity, then, you know, then...
to make a kill.
Yes, decline in local production. So I believe that if you can tackle this hoarding and then the decline in local production, if states can invest more in agriculture, I believe it's going to have a spiral, you know, impact, you know, effect on all the other agricultural products of the country. Yeah. States needs to go more into agriculture, and then our banks, private sector, they should also partner with states. They should invest in agriculture. It's in their own interest, because when there's stability, you can do your business very well. But if there's no stability, there is chaos, there is violence, there is public uprising. There is no way, you know, the banking sector or the corporate world will also not be affected at the end of the day. So you know, people should not just be declaring profit, trillions of naira, billions of naira every year. You know, there's the need for government, corporate organizations, especially banks, to also invest in agriculture. If they are doing that, they are not doing enough. We want to see the impact. And also local government and state government, everything should not be just be left for the federal government alone. Yeah. So what has happened is a very important step towards deduction of food, a major food item. And I believe the government can still do more.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Because, you know, so now you see the best way to create the future is to invent it.
Yes. And,
because you have the way.
It doesn't take extraordinary efforts to invent the future. It just takes good thinking, and taking the right steps at the right time. You know, we cannot just fold our arms and watch saboteurs do to us what they like. Government has done a lot to assist farmers, including commercial farmers, to ramp up production. Government came up with the anchor borrower scheme. At the end of the day, some of the money was diverted. It's one of the worst loan schemes in Nigerian history in terms of the failure of the loanees to repay what they've taken from government. A good number of them diverted it. A good number of these people set up cooperatives just for the purpose of accessing the anchor borrowers' loan. And they diverted the money. So it was such a terrible thing. Now, those who took money from government to improve agri-production, what many of them are doing to us is really, really unwholesome. They are ferrying produce across the border against the law. Because we have not reached that point when you can say we are producing rice in sufficient quantity. No. People talk about, oh, Nigeria, we became #1 rice producer in Africa. It was because Egypt decided, because of this, their water issues, to discourage their people from growing rice and told them to grow wheat instead. Egypt was the leader. But they de-emphasized production of rice because rice needs plenty of water.
Oh, yes.
And told their farmers and incentivized it for farmers to focus on wheat. That is how we were able to take over. We are not producing enough. Now, despite the fact we are not producing enough, people, just to earn foreign exchange, because our currency is now weaker than the currencies of our neighbors, people are taking what they are producing across the border. Some time ago in Katsina, when this problem was such a big one, rice was being ferried across the border in articulated trucks. Right. The combination of EFCC, immigration, customs, they impounded these articulated trucks. Given the number of articulated trucks impounded, it drew the attention of the president. Because these people were screaming. Because, you know, customs, they don't waste time. They will just simply, what's the word? They will fling it in inverted commas. Yes, they will auction it. And you, the owner, you've lost. Oh, you've lost. It's like they caught you with small goods. That's your loss. So the president intervened and said, okay, they can take these trucks back on the condition that they will be sold within Nigeria. That's it. Okay, so that dealt with that problem. But till today, people are still pushing agri-produce. All of these middlemen, wicked middlemen who are hoarding, they deliberately hoard, they will lock up, they will go and buy off these local farmers. They will buy off produce from them and then go and lock them up to create scarcity. Artificial scarcity. To make us find it difficult to achieve food security. And when the prices go up uncontrollably, that's when they will start pushing these things out. So now, what did the president do? It was suggested to him that to bring down inflation and to help achieve food security, give waivers for some key products, food crops. Give waivers and cash crops, sorry. The president decided to do that. Rice, wheat, maize, flour are among those affected. Today, my PA had this naming ceremony the other day. He bought rice for 59,000. A bag. A bag. This was what we were selling at 120 some months back. 59,000. I hear people on social media, those who do not wish well for Nigeria. Some of them are saying, it is only in on social media that we see rice of 60,000. If you don't know where to get it, I'm a public figure. Contact me. We'll tell you where to go and buy. This thing has come down. People like BUA, people like Dangote, they are into food production and they are saying yes, they are happy now. That thanks to the president's intervention, wheat that used to be, I think, 80,000. Maize, that maize is now 30,000 from 60,000. This is a significant...
A 50 kilogram bag.
A bag of flour that was 80,000 is now 55,000. That's Abdul Samad, this Yakarabiu, you know, saying this. And he said that the Rice Millers Association have now taking steps to address hoarding. Those who are hoarding, they are lamenting. Even the BUA man said it. That they are lamenting now. You've hoarded rice for so long. People will come and tell you, oh, Jide, this is not good. It's going to hurt our local farmers. But if local farmers and middlemen are conspiring to make life difficult for us, and they've appealed to them, and they won't stop hoarding, but they will join other people to say, food is expensive, and they blame government. Government reserves the right to do whatever it thinks is necessary to bring down food prices. If Lagos, if the gigantic rice mill that Lagos built in Imota, if it had not been too big to the point that we can't find sufficient paddy to kick it off, because you need a quantum of paddy
Yeah.
Perhaps the size of a vessel before you can even ramp up, kick off production. So if government will permit Lagos to import paddy, honestly, I'm telling you, this price of rice will further go down.
Yeah.
Because the imported rice is cheaper than the local rice. That is a fact. It's way cheaper. And those who are saying, oh, bring it back to 7,000 when, what's his name? When Jonathan was there, they must remember that what they were selling at 7,000 at that time were imported rice. Some of them had been in warehouses in Thailand for up to 10 years.
Oh, yeah.
In their country, they feed it to their their livestock and other things. That's what they are sending here.
Well, and so whenever they talk about rice, 7,000 a bag in Jonathan's time, I take them back to late Sani Abacha's time. BKO, 500 naira per bag. This is no, I'm not talking about license.
The currency has suffered a big decline since that time.
Why did it rise? Because we dropped the ball.
Yeah.
We essentially...
No, the currency is the major... and I'm happy that from Obasanjo's time, from the time of Akinwumi, we began to build integrated rice farms. We began to produce rice on our own.
When Akinwumi was in charge of agriculture.
Yes. Now we have Nigerian rice mills that the quality can compare, if not better than some of what we import. No stones, the high quality rice being produced by our own millers here.
Yeah.
So there has been a lot of improvement in the area of local rice milling in our country, you know. So much better than the Jonathan era that they are talking about, because at that time we were depending wholly on importation.
Imported rice.
We didn't really care about
we had
local production.
Local species here.
There's no excuse why we should not be able to produce rice. Just 105 to 150 days from planting to harvesting.
Yes.
You know, so, you know, even maize.
So it can be grown 3 times a year.
Yeah.
It can.
You know, 80 days, 110 days for maize. And wheat, 90 to 100 days. So we have no excuse. We have the land. You know, like I said, we have to stop giving loans to politicians. People just organize themselves and, you know, they are in the name of, they will get the money and go and buy cars. They are not going to farming. So we must relate more with the associations. That was why the Association of Rice, you know, were able to buy form for a president aspirant, a former governor of, you know, what should be the business of such people? So will you expect them to pay back when they have already given some...
spend the money to buy form.
All right, folks, let the debate continue. But
I think let's add that Mr. President should also consider doing this for the pharmaceutical sector too. Drugs are very expensive.
Very, very expensive.
If they can bring waiver for the pharmaceutical sector, it will drive down prices of essential drugs, especially for people managing ailments like hypertension,
malaria,
kidney disorders and all that.
Okay, folks, let the debate continue. But the happy news is that prices of foodstuff are getting down and can get down further if we think straight. Okay, we'll go on a commercial break, but we should be back very shortly. Stay with us.